Hey everybody, I just did a chest, back, bicep, and tricep workout today. I probably shouldn't have done it today, seeing as how I did Amber this morning. So it did affect my energy. I didn't get as many reps on my 225 max rep test. It's no big deal. I kind of expected it because I really wore myself out this morning. But today I really wanted to get this one in there too, just to get my schedule back in order. But I'll also like to answer a question in on this one. His name is, I'm sure it's not your real name, but if it is, Christian Bale, I love your movies. And his question is, hello, I have a problem because of depression. I've been inactive for nearly a decade, 10 years, just sitting in front of the computer screen the entire day. The only time I got active is when I went to work, and even then it's just mostly, I just mostly sit. I put on a lot of fat in the midsection, and the rest of my body is skinny with some serious muscular atrophy. I look like skin on bones. I'll get to that one in a second. I wanted to start again and get more active and take care of myself, but I don't have enough muscle left. I can't do compound exercises without feeling like dying. I can't even do a single push-up. I did try to lift weight dumbbells. I started with biceps because triceps are too hard for me. Overhead extensions pulled my atrophied chest muscles tight on my rib cage and I can't breathe. Kickbacks hurt my back because my hamstrings are too short. In just 2 weeks on the paleo diet, my biceps popped back up pretty fast. I could see a big difference. This result was a good sign for me. Should I continue picking individual muscle groups and work on each muscle separately before I can do compound exercises again? And in what order should I do them? How should I prioritize which muscles need to be restored first? Sorry for writing too much. I'm really desperate right now. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you in advance. Alright, 10 years is a long time to be inactive, but atrophy usually happens from, my experience would be literally no movement at all. I had atrophy in both my legs when I had encephalitis when I was 16 years old. I couldn't walk for about 6 months. I was just basically bedridden. Couldn't walk, couldn't pee, couldn't do anything. So my legs did atrophy, and that's why my legs are so short, or so much smaller in proportion to the rest of my body these days. I mean, it has affected me long term, but I used racquetball to actually be able to walk again. I mean, I fell a lot, and I actually have a flat elbow from where I kept falling on the concrete and smashing that elbow. But atrophy, it can be reversed. It's a little bit harder, but basically you just have to do something about it. So to answer your questions, if you can't do a push-up, I would try to do as many compound exercises as possible. If you can't do a single push-up, do girl push-ups. It's not embarrassing. I mean, we all have our own problems, and if you're working out at home, which most people do before they actually decide to hit a gym, but if you're in this much of atrophy or this weak because of the 10 years of not doing anything, then you kind of might want to stay at home anyway. So body weight exercises are perfect for you. I would do, if anything, do push-ups on my knees, and that will strengthen up your chest. That is one of the absolute best exercises you can do to get initial strength, is push-ups. Do them on your knees until you can get enough strength up to where you can actually do them, a regular push-up. As for your triceps, believe it or not, when you're doing push-ups, it's going to hit your triceps also. The kickbacks, you said you can't do that. Kickbacks they're a good exercise, but I would try to do, get on a bench or a chair and then do body weighted dips. You can actually keep your legs at 90 degrees where your heels are on the ground, and it'll take some of the weight off of your body. So that way you can do tricep dips, and then if you keep your hands in the hammer position, it'll hit all 3 heads at the same time. As for your biceps, chin-ups are a great exercise for your biceps. That's actually all I do for my biceps now, and there's ways that you can do it with your body weight. It's basically the same thing. You take a bar and you put it really low to where you're standing underneath it, and you can either start in the up position with your chin above it and then kick it back to where you're not going to clip your chin, and then just pick your feet up and try to lower yourself down as slow as possible. Those are force negatives. You can do that if you can't find a low enough bar, but you have one of those that goes on your doorway. Use a chair. Stand up on the chair, get up underneath it, and then pick your feet up and then lower yourself down as slow as you possibly can. For your shoulders, I would dumbbells are, if it's this much of a problem on strength, gallons of milk. I mean, there are ways to get a weight workout without actually having to go out and buy weights. But just a standard shoulder press like this. Grab a gallon jug and a gallon jug and just do shoulder presses. What you really need to do is work on learning the form, seeing as how you haven't done anything in 10 years. But body weight is the way I would go with it. And you also said that the paleo diet, your biceps started peaking out. It's actually not the diet that is causing your biceps to peak out, it's the exercise. Diet fuels your workouts and it gives you the nutrition to help repair it afterwards, but it's the working out that's going to cause your muscles to change. You can get big on a horrible diet, you can get in shape on a horrible diet, but you can't get in better physical shape just by eating right. You have to do the physical exercises. So, and like, I hope you're working out your legs. That was another problem why my legs were in such bad shape now, is because I just did upper body first, because my legs were so bad, they were so weak. I just never touched them. I always wore pants, no big deal, which I have big legs, but in bodybuilding standards, they're smaller. So just do body weight squats, stuff like that. Grab a banister and then just do a squat holding the banister, go all the way down and all the way up. Once you can do basically 3 sets of 10 is more than enough. Go as hard as you can on that last set. Once you can get it 3 sets of 10, and that's all you had, then it would be time to bump the weight up a little bit. But like if you're going to do the knee push-ups, like I said, if you can do 3 sets of 10 body weight on your knees, then that's the time when you want to do your first set on a regular push-up. And then once you can't do it anymore, then go to your knees. But you can reverse it. You don't really need to do any concentration on a specific muscle. I would stick with compounds as much as I possibly can and do as much body weight stuff. There's ways to modify it, like I said. So I hope this answers your question. And you didn't say anything about what you're actually eating, but except for it being paleo. But like I did a nutrition video earlier, and the simple rules are, prepare everything that you eat. Don't drink your calories. What was the other ones? Get at least 90 grams of protein per day. And you don't have to eat every 2-3 hours. I eat 3 times a day. It's more than enough. But if I didn't answer your question well enough, please write me again, and then I'll try to go into it a little bit more detail. I'm doing this off of just reading this and then trying to go by memory. So it sounds like you're on the right track. You almost answered your question in the question, because you are seeing results of what you're doing. So I hope this helps, and I hope you enjoy the workout I did after this. I changed it up a little bit, but and I did 30-second breaks in between each set. So it was pretty intense. Hope you enjoy this. Have a good day. Oh. Oh man. Whew. That's that.